Highest point in Missouri, 1,772 feet. Taum Sauk Mountain. So we're on one of the loops here of the Ozark Trail in Missouri. Not sure if this is a spur trail or the actual trail, but it does kind of loop around and connect in different places, so maybe these little red markings are a spur trail. Not sure, but should be on the Ozark Trail for sure. Coming up here after some waterfalls. It's about 37 degrees. Yesterday was quite warm when I got here, but it was dark, so waited for sunrise. It's about 7 in the morning in March. Lots of rocks. Here's the Ozark Trail sign. It's kind of the major bottom to many Sauk Falls. Oh, there's another sign over there. Let's cross here. Wow, really nice to walk along the creek. Nice campsite next to the water for drinking. Looks like another stream coming down. Beautiful. The warmth of the sun. It feels so good. So, I guess there's a lot of ticks in the area. So I got my socks. Well, I got frog togs on because it was cold. But I got my socks over my pants underneath the frog togs. Just tucked in, and I'll make sure I do a check. But I think once it warms up and the sun's out, they might start looking at the tall grass and stuff. So staying in the trail should be fine. All right, big tree over. few. With my ankle being weak, I'm just gonna try to bushwhack, I guess. You can kind of tell other people have gone through here. The ground is matted down. Kind of nice taking it slow. I twist my ankle, so just babying it seems fine. It just feels weird, like weak, like I don't want to twist it again. So I just take it easy. I'm trying to do a 24-hour fast on this trip. So at 6 this morning I had a banana, and I have water in a water filter. But I am going to try not to take any calories in for 24 hours. It shouldn't be that bad if I'm going slow. I do have some rations with. I do have liquid IV in case I start getting dehydrated and the water's not quite cutting it. So get the potassium and sodium and electrolytes. I do have breakfast essentials, 1 packet of that I think, which is, both of those are calories, but that's if I think I'm not doing well. But let's see what I can do. Maybe go a little more than 24 hours would be great. Or just go 24 hours and then take the electrolytes. Go a few more hours and then maybe take the other nutrient drink. And I think I have some oatmeal, 1 granola bar, and maybe some tea, which is 0 calories. I could probably do the tea. But that's got caffeine, so I don't know if that's a good idea. I'll hold off on that. But I'm already starting to feel weird, like hungry. Middle of my stomach, which is good. I put on some weight this winter, so I think it'll be good to fast a little, get my body back on track. So when I'm using poles, hiking, I took my snow basket off, don't need it. Probably don't need the little mini basket on here either, but sometimes it helps keep out of stuff. But I find poles very helpful. And you just kind of find where your balance is each time. And after many miles of hiking, you just kind of know where to put it. I don't want to break a tip, so like when I go into something like this, and I turn it, that one's not bad, but you know, like this or this, you'll break a tip, right? So you just kind of know when it's pinched. I usually don't put my wrists in here unless I'm going up a hill, but then I'll put them like this, because if you fall and you're like this, there's a possibility of breaking your thumb. I did that skiing once. I broke my thumb. So if I'm going uphill, I'll do this, and then especially if my hands are tired, so then you can just push down on this and use your triceps extension to push. And sometimes I'll do this too if I think I might drop my pole, but usually if it's no big deal, like if I'm on a cliff on a mountain, I'll do that. But I kind of hang on to like this, and I have my pinkies right here to grab on. On the Appalachian, I cut off the straps. I just thought it was extra weight, but I found it handy on the mountains of steeper stuff. So, and now I'm really being careful with my left foot since I twisted it back there. So I just kind of take the pressure off, and actually this one collapsed a little bit, but I turned it into a trekking pole flute, so I don't want to get rid of it. This lucky pole is much better, so I should have this one on this hand. And I like the cork, it's kind of nice on the handhold. After many days of hiking, my hands start losing skin from any imperfections. So like I'll start losing skin from this, and a little bit from this too. It'd be nice to have a nice perfect round top, which is hard to find. But yeah, I'm just kind of like feeling where everything is, and it kind of catches my balance. Now in here, I'm thinking about, like if I'm going through poison ivy or stuff, I will use the poles, to push back a little bit. There's no poison ivy here, but I'm thinking about ticks. And so if it's a little bit of a downhill here, I'll push out what I can. When I see a stick right on the trail like this, then I'll, like on a gate when you're skiing, I'll push up like that. And the eyes kind of scan ahead and hopefully memorize subconsciously almost where the rocks are, and your feet kind of follow the pattern of your mind, mental pictures. And you're watching out for sticks. As a beginner hiker, I would trip, stub my toe all the time. And then I usually use Merrell Moab high vent shoes for hiking big trails. So they're like tanks. If I stub my toe a lot, you can take that. Kind of got little ankle, extra beefiness to it. So it's a little bit better if you get stuck in a rock or something. It saves your ankle bones. But they're heavy, especially when they're wet. I'm using Brooks Cascadias, I think these are. And they're nice, they're light. These are my first Brooks for hiking. I think I ran my first Boston Marathon in Brooks. So now it's a pretty easy trail, just going up a little bit. So now I'm kind of like the pole is opposite foot. So this one's going back, and usually it's at an angle when I'm going uphill, kind of by my heel, I suppose. So it's like left foot, right pole, and so on. It should be kind of natural. And if I don't have stuff in the way, this is pretty efficient. But then if I think I might trip or something, then the poles change up. And it just becomes pretty natural over time. I kind of know my pole strengths. Like I know this one will collapse if I put a lot of pressure on it. This one will hold up pretty good. I just don't want to bend it, break it either. And then my body for the day, where its weaknesses are. And I find that like sometimes my lower back can ache. And having the waist belt of my pack on helps that. And then pushing up on these takes the pressure off of my lower back and it puts it on my arms. So the weight of the pack for moments in time is on my arms. And it feels like it's stretching my spine. It actually feels good. When I started the Appalachian Trail, I didn't even have poles. I thought they were extra weight, but my knees started hurting on the downhill, so I picked some free ones up in a hiker box in Laughing Heart Hostel, wherever that is. Is that North Carolina? I think so. And they worked for a while, and they broke down, and then I kept upgrading. So I got to Lecky's. I like Lecky. Black Diamonds are really good poles, and I think there's some from Costco that I use. I think they're Cascade something. Can't remember the name brand, but those are pretty good and very cheap. I think they're like 20 some bucks, and they're carbon fiber. That was pretty amazing. But then those eventually broke. The tips on the trail will wear down even if you don't break them on the thing, but you can get new tips. And you just, I think I just twisted off the old ones on these and then bought a new pair and then just pushed them on super hard. I think some of them you might have to heat up or something, I'm not sure, but these have been on for quite a while, so they're working. And then one of the poles, I have a little bit of tape, but a lot of people will put duct tape up here or some kind of a tape in case they need to fix anything. And sometimes if I'm eating a banana, I'll put the banana sticker on here so I don't throw it in the wilderness. And so yeah, that's kind of the pole work. And then if you're not using them, you can, put them under your armpit. A lot of hikers will just put it like that, like a sword sheath under there. This thing on osprey packs, I think, is to hold poles. And if I get them really small, I'll sometimes put them in there. But I usually put them under my armpit if I'm not going to use them for a little bit, or in the backpack. Okay, so now going downhill, putting these out in front. Take the pressure off the legs and the knees. And I have kind of putting my arms way up here, our hand position. And I kind of adjusted the pole length so that I get the best of all the worlds for comfort. I don't readjust them. Sometimes if I'm going across the water, I might put them a little deeper. What is that? Looks like a big concrete structure. It's a strange place for a turtle shell. Cool though. What kind of nut is this? I wonder if this is edible. Oh, that's hard. If it is edible, I think you gotta cook it or soak it or something. Tastes like bark. Cactus. Trying to get that in the body. I didn't know there was cactus in Missouri. So, in the Taum Mountain conservation area, the Ozark Trail, probably 16 miles for the day so far. It's about 1 o'clock. Haven't eaten anything today except for one banana at 6 this morning. Feeling a little hungry. Actually, I'm feeling fine. A little tired. Up the hill seems laborious. But actually pretty good. Especially being this far in the day. Just kind of taking it slow though. I should probably take a water break pretty soon. Everything is pretty dry. There's a little bit of water on the trail. And I don't think I'm gonna start a campfire or anything tonight. I don't know if there's a fire ban, but I just don't think it'll probably be a good idea. And I don't have any food to cook anyway. Armadillo. Kind of stinks. I think those can have disease. A lot of trees got blown down here. So here's the trail, but looks like people have been walking around. So I lost the trail in all those downed trees. Looked at my phone, says the trail's up here somewhere. I see a slope of a trail over there. Assuming gotta ford the river. Okay, so got a ford I'm gonna do here with the video. I got shorts on, kind of the shirt half off, and trekking poles extended, so it looks like it could be over my waist. My phone's in a Ziploc bag, so it's gonna be a little weird. Let's see if I can't film this. Usually pack mostly unhooked when recording. See which view is gonna be the best. I'll do that. And it's gonna be cold. Shoes are on a little tighter, double knotted. This looks like the shallowest spot. It's going to get deep right there. Got moving water. So it's going that way. I'm going to put my strong pole on this side. And time for wet shoes, which I don't like. Maybe I'll go for those rocks so I can get out more. It looks like the path goes there or there. Maybe I should just shoot for that. Looks like a dip there. I'm trying to land it out because once I'm in, I'm not going to try to stop, but I don't want to trip either. There's some tall rocks over there. Think about it before I go. Deep, shallow. I think it's okay to stumble a little bit. Let's go for it. Right. That's cold. Yep. I guess we're going up higher. Oh, and the water is A lot stronger. Oh, I should have taken the basket off now to pull it up. Pulling down a little more. And I should have put the straps around my wrists. Oh. Okay, now there's going to be a slide. I'm already slipping down. That's cold. Boy. Like ice water cold. I think this is coming from the reservoir. Alright. I've got it in here. Can go up on these rocks maybe. Just keep moving. Feet are starting to get numb. Oh, foul. Alright, well, with that twisted ankle earlier. Oh, the camera kind of bounced down there a bit. It ain't that bad, but it's cold. It's been a long time since I forded the river. Wow, that's pretty. It's like the mountain stream, mountain falls. Pretty cool. Kind of like J. Cook State Park in Minnesota, but lighter rock. And really blue water. Narrow constriction or gorge. That's what shut-in means. I thought it was maybe elderly people shut in, but nothing to do with that. Okay, here we go. Oh, this pole's already moved up. Moved up and moved my whole flute. Great. Alright. Oh, cold. Cold. Keep moving. Okay. Oh my gosh. My legs are so numb. So numb. Oh. I'm such a baby when it comes to cold water on my ankles. Holy smokes. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter if I get my feet wet, but this looks like it's the trail, so I might as well just go over here. Okay, walking across the beaver dam. I don't know if this is a great idea. There's probably a better way to cross somewhere, but I don't see it. So if the siren goes off, I gotta run up a hill. In a second happen. You know, I should have just went in the water. I don't know how I'm gonna get over this stick. Slowly. I might be just going across the swamp here. I don't know. So I had to go back across that beaver dam and then across another one to get through that. I could have just gone through the mud, but it's pretty gross. And then a little scratched up from the weeds. Kind of cool geology here. So it's kind of going off trail here, but I think these are wild boars rutting up. Working with the Ozark Trail, there's one guy, his job used to be getting rid of all the wild boars, so probably don't want to run across them out here. So I just took my shoes off, socks off, and wrung them out, a little bit of mud, and just cleaned out some debris. Toes are cold, and I just wanted to get a little warmer. And put a vest on. Got my mitts back out again, put my vest on. My phone says they've done 35 miles today. I highly doubt that's correct. I was thinking a long day would be maybe 33. And I haven't really taken a break because I'm not eating. Just stop to take a water or go to the bathroom real quick, or the Ford, or just whatever the trail slows down, but nothing more than a minute. So 34 for right now seems pretty tough, but I'll try to recalculate it when I get back tomorrow. Otherwise, there's a little bit of chill in the air. There's kind of some, smells like smoke. There's a cloak of inky smoke streaking across the sky, but I don't know what that is exactly. So looking for a good campsite here before dark, and it'd be nice to get on some warm socks. I'll have to remember to it could get to freezing tonight, so to open up the shoelaces, because I've had that problem before where the shoes freeze overnight and then it's a heck of a time to get them on in the morning. And I got a couple bags to slip them on if my feet are cold in the morning. Might do like classic kid moon boot. Moms always did that. So all the kids when I was a kid had moon boots and you put bread bags over the feet. But I have oven bags. So if my shoes are still wet in the morning and I might use my night socks since I'm hiking out, there's no point in getting those wet, but eventually they'll get wet from sweat, but at least they'll be warm, so I might bag them in the morning. That'll be beautiful. Otherwise, it's pretty nice out. Still surprised that there's nobody hiking this trail. There's people back by the Johnson Shut-In State Park, but they're only half a mile from trailhead, if that. Right in my little tent here, a little big Agnes tent, and I already put dry socks on and little hand warmers in there, and my night tights, and I actually put stuff I was wearing earlier on. Haven't done my top yet, but I was gonna charge my phone. Socks are out. Oh, right here hanging up. Shoes are unlaced. And I got a mess in here right now. I gotta kind of clean up and organize. I hear a thumping sound outside. I don't know what quite that sound is. But yeah, pretty tired. It says I've done 39 miles, but it can't be 39. Figure it out later. Haven't eaten anything since 7 a.m. I'm doing fine. So I'll have a little more water and then go to bed. I'm tired. Alright, so this morning, just pre-sunrise, just had 2 granola bars Oh, they tasted so good I could smell them. And just gonna have a Tuna Creations bacon ranch. Not gonna cook anything. I don't have anything to do that with. I just have a plastic fork with. Oh, I can smell the tuna. It smells so good. My stomach was growling all night. Mmm. It's interesting how, even though I'm so hungry, it felt kind of nauseous a little bit. Now I can really taste everything. The smell, so much stronger. That is good. Usually when I eat these, I can't really taste the tuna much, but it's like overwhelmingly fishy. But in a good way, not bad. Just like, wow. So early this morning, it was so dark out, I heard something coming towards the tent, just like trotting. And I said, hey, get out of here. Nothing happened, so I turned my light on. And I heard it kind of trot away. So I'm thinking it's one of those deer they have down here, so I don't know what else it could be. Pretty good. I'm getting a good electrolytes, liquid IV. This is aqua berry. Pretty tart, but good. Alright, now it's time for some breakfast essentials. Classic French vanilla. Now I got my electrolytes. Protein, calcium, vitamin D, although it's sunny out, and a bunch of minerals and vitamins. So, second day on the Ozark Trail on Taum Sauk Mountain section. I like this, the beginning and the end here, kind of looping back right along the stream. It's about 10 o'clock. I think should be back in about an hour or so to the trailhead. I might try a different way. Kind of a loop. Oh, it's so nice out. Had a nice talk with some other campers. their dogs. Their dogs were very revved up to go hiking instead of talking to me. Very cute. That's a cool tree. This makes this the most high point in High Point, I think. 5 times. I think I've done Iowa 3 or 4 times. Minnesota twice. And then the Appalachian stuff, a lot of those twice. But back on the sidewalk, time to get back to the car and get some water and food. And we're back. Whew. So nice. Headed out on the Ozark Trail here. Help a trail crew. Got a McLeod and a Picmatic here. So now I just gotta find them. They're somewhere down here. It wasn't that bad, but it's cold. It's been a long time since I forded the river. A couple of years, probably. One time, northern Colorado on the Continental Divide Trail. I wanted to ford this place. There's so many trees down. I decided, oh, it's fording. Instead of going through all these trees, it'll be a shortcut. So I get over there and there's some other hikers on the other side. And they're watching me. As I go in, I realize it's getting really deep. So I take my pack off. I'm holding it over my head. And I actually totally go underwater over the top of my head. But my pack is still out of the water for the most part. And then I tiptoed all the way over to the other side, and the other guys were laughing. That was pretty funny. So, and the water wasn't really moving there. Alright. It was kind of painfully cold at first, but now it's fine. And, now I can, I'm just going to go up here and just right there. Camera back down, shirt on. And dry out my heavy shoes through walking.